Everybody's telling you to wait for spring. For about half of you, that advice is going to cost you money. I'm Trevor Burris with Love It Properties, and I had this exact conversation with a seller here last week. So let me give you the same answer I gave them, including the part where I told them what waiting could actually cost. First, the stat that everybody quotes, because it is real, and there's a Raleigh-specific version most people never cite. Realtor.com runs a best time to sell study every year. For 2026, they put the best week at April 12th through 18th. And in the Raleigh-Cary market specifically, homes listed that week carried list prices about 5.7% above where the year started, roughly $25,000. Pulled about 22% more views, sold about 10 days faster, and faced roughly 13% fewer competing listings. Those are real numbers, but read them with me because this is where people get hurt. That's a comparison of list prices across the whole market. It is not what your specific house nets at closing. And bigger, nicer homes tend to come out in the spring, which lifts that number all by itself. So it's a pattern, it's not a promise about your house. Here's what makes right now different. In July, the Wake County median sales price was $485,000, the lowest July since 2022. Homes averaged 27 days on market, up from 10 days back in 2022. Sellers got 96.6% of their original asking price, also the lowest since 2022. And there are more homes on the market than at any point in the last 10 years, about 3.5 months of supply. That's softer than 2021 through 2023, which means the spring premium is smaller than it used to be. And the penalty for pricing wrong is bigger. In a hot market, an overpriced house still sells. The market catches up to it. In this market, it just sits, goes stale, and sells for less than it would have. Now, the part nobody puts in the headline. Waiting isn't free. From here, the next April is 8 months out. That's 8 more mortgage payments on a house you've already decided to leave. 8 more months of insurance, taxes, and the HVAC that's already on borrowed time. If you're buying next, you're also gambling on where prices and rates sit then. And if the market rises, you're buying into that too, which can cancel out the whole premium. And there's the part that never shows up on the spreadsheet. 8 months of your life on hold, keeping the house show ready in your head, not starting the next thing. So when do I tell people to wait? A few real situations. If your house genuinely isn't ready, not cosmetics, but a roof or a system that's going to blow up an inspection, fix it first, then list. If you're close to that 2-year mark for capital gains exclusion, that one can be worth far more than a seasonal premium. You generally need to have lived in the home for 2 out of the last 5 years to exclude up to $250,000 single, $500,000 married. Talk to your CPA about your actual numbers, not me. If you don't have anywhere to go yet, and you'd be forced into a rushed purchase, that is a real reason. And if nothing in your life is pushing you at all, no job change, no growing family, then sure, spring is fine. I'll happily talk to you in March. But if you need to move, or you're ready to move, the calendar is the smallest variable in this. Pricing is the biggest one. Then condition, then photos, then how hard your agent actually works for the listing. I've moved houses in the slow months by doing those 4 things right, and I've watched perfectly nice April listings sit because the price was a wish instead of a number. If you want an honest read on your specific house and your specific timeline, including me telling you to wait, if that's the real answer, there's a link below for a free seller consultation. I'm just looking out for your best interest here. That's the whole point.